Welcome to another plush style photo tutorial. In this one I'm going to show you how to do basic color correction with Photoshop. And I want to show you how to use it in both versions, the CS version and Elements. And I'm using CS6. With the CS6 or with any CS version, I'm going to show you how to do basic color correction with curves. And with Elements, I'm going to show you how to do it with the levels adjustment layer. So I got the picture up. And as you can see, it looks cool, but when you add the color correction, see, it gives it a more realistic look. So I'm going to just show you how to get from this to that. So let me pull it up. Now I'm going to show you the curves method first. So for the CS users, you bring up the curves adjustment layer. Just go to layer, new adjustment layer, and curves. Now, if you want to keep it organized, you can name it. I'll name it color correction. And then if you look over to the side on the curves box, you will see three eyedropper tools. You have the black, the gray, and the white one. And then below that, at the bottom, you will see a black slider and a white slider. So the first step is to select the black eyedropper tool, and we're going to move the slider. So before you move the slider, hold the Alt button, and then you see it, the picture has this funny look. It's like a inverted look. So you're going to slide the black slider to the right until you see a little bit of black on the subject. And now we see some over here by the shirt. So I'm going to zoom in over here near the shirt. Make sure that you have the black eyedropper tool selected, and then hold Alt, and then just click on one of those areas where there's some black. Now when you do it, you might have to let the Alt go and then push it again after you click it, so it'll show. So it got rid of most of the black, so I'm gonna just stick with that one. And then we're gonna do the same thing for the whites. So I choose the white eyedropper tool, and then go to the white slider, hold Alt. Ooh, select it first. And then drag it over until there's some white on the subject. And I see some on the sleeve over here. So I'm going to zoom in. Make sure you have the white eyedropper tool selected. Hold Alt, and there we go. That's pretty close. Now with the gray eyedropper tool, I normally use a gray card to shoot, but that's a different topic. That's just a whole nother subject. So I know mainly people just want to do color correction. They don't use gray cards. So if your picture, find some gray in your picture somewhere, and that's where you would just use the gray eyedropper tool. So I see some over here, like near this little window. So I will click on that, see? So if you find some gray in your picture. If it doesn't, then you could just leave this one blank. So far, see, we went from this to this, just using the color curves, just using those two steps. And if you want to, you can adjust the brightness. So you just click on the band and then on the line, and then you drag it up, that'll make it brighter. If you drag it down below the line, it'll make it darker. So I'll make it a little bit brighter. Okay. And there we go, before and after. And then I'm going to show you how to do this with levels for all of the Elements users. And it's the same process. So you bring up your layer, go to new adjustment layer and levels. And you can name it if you want to. Put color correction. Okay. And it's the same concept. You have the black, gray, and white, and you have the sliders down here. So I choose the black eyedropper or drop. I don't know. I call it eyedropper for some reason. Is that what it's? I don't know if that's what it's called. But hold Alt and then drag the slider over until you drag the black slider over until you see some black in the subject. There we go. Then I zoom in, click on it. Good. Then we do the same thing to the white eyedropper, and then drag the white slider over to the left till you see some white in the subject. Okay, there we go. And then I will do the gray again. Okay, there we go. And now in the curves, you could change the brightness by adjusting the line that was going across it. So in levels, as you can see at the bottom, you have an extra little slider in the middle, a gray one. So to make it lighter, to make it brighter, you just move that to the left. To make it darker, you move it to the right. So we'll make it a little bit brighter. And that's how you do it in with the levels adjustment layer. So that's it. That's basically how you do basic color correction in Photoshop using the curves or level adjustment layer. So comment, like, and subscribe to the channel, and also look forward to more tutorials from Plush Style Photo. Thank you.